Hey guys, welcome to Joshua Creative. I'm your host Joshua, and let me do one thing quick, guys. There, now you guys should be able to hear me, and see me better. There you go. Let me turn on my timer, and we're ready to go. So let's get started. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be doing the Etch A Sketch again. That's right, I'm bringing back the Etch A Sketch. Now, I probably know what you guys are thinking. What are you going to draw with the Etch A Sketch? Well, I'm going to attempt to draw a circle using both my hands. So during the video, you'll see both my hands while I'm talking. Now, I'm going to try to draw a circle, but I'm going to also tell you a story while I'm drawing. So, this story is something that happened to me a long time ago. Well, it didn't actually happen to me, it happened to a friend of mine, so I'm just telling you what I saw and how it happened. Now, I didn't really know this person that well because we were just in our class together, so it wasn't really that unusual for classmates to be together and you think that all handicapped people know each other or all disabled people know each other. No, we don't. We just hang out. We just be in the same class together. You know what I mean? So, I bet what you're thinking is, well, what does the story have to do with Etch A Sketch? Or, well, the Etch A Sketch is, think of it as a symbol for the story. Now, my friend, I didn't know this at the time, was prone to having seizures. I mean, we were just casually talking and she had a seizure right then and there. Now, I gotta tell you this one part of the story. This was my first time witnessing someone having a seizure. So I didn't know what to do. I freaked out, I didn't know the procedure, I didn't know the rules, And I freaked out the first time. I was like, in shock because I was like, and I just stood there frozen. I immediately, my instinct kicked in and I drove my wheelchair to the door, and I was wanting to get out of there, like, guys, come on, get me out of here. Like, I was freaking out, I was really scared for my friend because I didn't know if she was going to live or not, because, because I don't know if a seizure means you're going to die or something like that. Because, I'm freaking out, I'm thinking, my friend is probably going to die, Because you got to remember, at this point in time, I'm still like a teenager, and I'm still freaking out. Like, I was, I think 16 when this happened. So, I'm not really sure. And this was when I was in school. This is like when I was in class, in my art class, when I was in high school. And when you witness something like that, when you're like a teenager and you're freaking out and you're thinking like, oh no, my friend's gonna die, Because, you're witnessing something like that, having a seizure, and you're like freaking out, and you're like, it's real scary because you don't know what's gonna happen. And you personally don't think that, your friend is gonna be alright because you're like, is she okay? Is she like fine or anything? Because me personally, I'm thinking like, is my friend okay? Is she alright? Is Dr. going to take care of her? Because it's like that, you know what I mean? So here's the thing. When you're in a situation like that, don't panic. Just calmly go to the door and let the teachers handle it because they know what to do. Because teachers are trained, especially special needs teachers are trained to handle those type of experiences. Because they get certifications for like certain things, like seizures, stuff like that, and other stuff. Because that's what they're trained to do, That's what they're trained to handle. And the standard procedure is to call the ambulance and to get someone medical down there to do a medical check. Because you know the seizures are going to happen sometimes. Even with medication, they can happen. Now me, I've never had a seizure before, so I don't really know. What it feels like, so I can imagine what it feels like, And I've had muscle spasms before, but that's not the same, you know. With muscle spasms, it goes away after over time, you know. It's like a quick jolt of electricity, then it goes away, you know. But when you're a teenager and when you're like 16 and you don't know what to do, it's natural to freak out, you know. Let me know in the comments if you ever experienced an experience like that before, where you just freaked out and froze. Now, again with the story, I didn't know this person really well because we were just like classmates. We didn't really know each other that well. You know, I just knew her from my other classes, and you know, from when we were in the home together. So it's like, you know. Now you're probably thinking, is she okay? Was she okay? Yes, she was okay. She was perfectly fine, actually. The doctor said she was fine and she was recovering. But you're probably thinking right now, that's a good thing. Now, these experiences can really happen to people because you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I've seen a lot of weird stuff and a lot of scary stuff, and you know. So I know from personal experience that these kind of things can happen randomly. You know, you don't know. Because the second time this happened, I was in the cafeteria having a late lunch. Well, they call it lunch, I guess, because it was one of those bell school days, and if you don't know what that is, it's one day when it goes by the bell schedule because it's a short day. I don't even know why they have these bell schedules. They're really nuts. Because everybody's stressed out, everybody's like worried, everybody's like running to classes, running to everything else. You know what I mean? And it's like, when you know, you know? Because, here's the thing. When you know something, and when you know how to handle it, it's much better. Because the second time this happened, I knew what to do. I knew automatically what to do. I didn't freeze. I just stood out of the way and just let the teachers do what they need to do, you know? And I could see the look on my friend's face when that happened because she was real scared and frightened. And she was just like afraid. Like, did it happen again? She was probably saying to herself, and, you know, because my friend had trouble communicating. So let's see what we. Oh, looks like I actually drew a person. Well, it looks like. Let me see what you guys think. I'm gonna show you really quick. Hopefully it doesn't erase it. It looks like a person. It looks almost like a person. I mean, you can barely see it on the picture there, but you can see a person's shape. You know, it looks like I drew a person. Anyway. So anyway, when you face a shocking experience, it changes your whole perspective on life. Like, here I was a teenager freaking out when I was 16, and when I was 17, I knew what to do. You know, I knew how to handle it. I knew what to do. You know, and just do the thing. And this was all when I was in high school. So, you know, this is that was my first year of high school when the first time that happened, and I was a freshman. So, you know, and here's the thing I want people to remember: let the teachers do their jobs. You know, they know what they're doing. They know what to do when the situation happens. Because they're trained to do it. Let the professionals do their jobs. Let the medical professionals do their jobs. You know what I mean? Because you tend to people tend to freak out when a situation like that happens. When you're in a situation you don't know before, you tend to freak out. Like if you're in an emergency situation, like say you're in a fire, you don't know what to do, you tend to freeze. But your instincts will kick in. Like if you know what fire safety, you know what to do when a fire happens. You know. It's like I don't know what fire safety from a firehouse, so they taught us what to do when a fire happens. To stay calm, to not panic, and to not freak out, because you know what to do by instinct, and you know what it's like. If I don't see my mom for a while, I will give her a call. Like I will call her on my phone and let her know that hey, this happened, or hey, this happened, or you know. And she'll be like, okay, thanks for calling, and let me know, you know. Now, I bet you're probably thinking to yourself, Joshua, what are you talking about all this? Well, because this is my personal experiences, you know. This is my personal way of, you know, telling you my experiences when I was dealing with my situations, you know what I mean? You know. And I really do appreciate you guys for sticking by me for all these years, you know. I've been doing YouTube for about 3 years now. Well, technically it's been 3 years. So I've been doing YouTube for about 3 years now. So it's, you know, I really appreciate you guys sticking by me, and I really appreciate that. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, you guys are awesome, you know. So I just want to thank you guys. So this is Fun with Etch A Sketch Part 2. And according to my timer, we have 2 minutes left. So I'm just gonna leave you guys some instructions what to do. If you guys wanna, you know, let me know what about this video. Let me know what you would do in the situation I just told you about in this video today. You know, what would you do in a situation like that? Would you freak out? Would you panic? Would you know what to do? You know, it depends. Now you gotta remember, this story I just told you was when I was in high school. And now I'm 30. And now I'm like 30. Well, I'm gonna be 38 years old next. Let me see. September, October. I'm gonna be 30. I think either 39 or. Yeah, I know, 39. Yeah. Oh no, 38. Yeah, 38. I'm gonna be 38 next year, so you know I'm old. So if you guys wanna say hello, or you know, let me know how you guys are doing, just let me know in the comments, and let me know what you would do in that situation. Just let me know, okay? Okay. We are about out of time, guys. So I'm just gonna say one thing today before I end this video, and I'm gonna ask you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like on the video. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye-bye, guys. See you next time. Bye.